Yo, going back to the Lyricist Lounge, I remember seeing it. You was on one of the episodes. It was you and the Brat, right?
Yeah. That actually was my first skit was the one I did with Traci Ross, and that was kind of
Okay.
like by mistake
Right.
because I actually was hired on the show as a writer.
Okay.
Like I wasn't hired in as an actor, or you know what I mean. I came in as a writer.
Right.
It's just ironic. It's just like what happened was I auditioned with that verse with the one with me talking. So funny story. I get there, it's a line around the block for
Right.
auditions, right? Def Jef kind of ushered me. He was like, "Come on, I'm about to get you in." He was like, "Come on." So I end up going in.
Right.
He was like, "When you come in," he was like, just." I was like, "What you want me to do?" He was like, "Just rap." He was like, "You ain't gotta do nothing, just rap, just bust a
Right.
verse." I was like, "All right, I got it."
Yeah.
Now in my head, I'm thinking like, because I always write story raps. Like that's
Okay.
always been my thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Writing story raps. So I was like, I got a verse where I'm spitting game, bump it. So I said, the first woman I see, I'm zooming in on her.
Right.
Right. So they opened the door. They was like, so when but it fucked me up because when I walk in, I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like just some people just in there kind of like.
Right.
They got 3 big ass cameras. It's a whole bunch of people. And it's a big ass table with about 8 people behind it. They got all these people. I'm like, oh shit. And they put, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, they put on Bitch
You
Please.
thought it was going to be like 4 people or something.
Right. I think it's going to be like 2, you know what I mean? Like, audition, go ahead, Dax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got a whole production up. I'm like, oh,
God
shit.
damn.
So I walk in, they got the lights and shit. I'm like, they was like, Bareda, so, signed to da.
Right.
Go ahead. They put on a Bitch Please.
Right.
And I was just like, so in my head, because it's this thing I used to do at the hip hop shop, I wouldn't do it on purpose.
Right.
But what I would do is like, I'm going to catch the beat, but it's like, it causes that anticipation. So I'm like,
right.
Excuse me, and I start rapping to the lady that's sitting right here. It's this dark skinned lady, right? At the time, her name is Pam, and not knowing who she was at the time, but she's like a big casting director, right? Okay. So I'm talking to her. I said a whole verse. Baby girl, you look beautiful. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I walked out of the room. And I walked out. Boom. So I'm in the hallway. So everybody, they like, what happened? I was like, I just rapped, nigga. He was like, what they say? I was like, I don't know. I just walked out. He was like, you just walked out? I was like, what you mean? Because I'm thinking like, do my thing, I'm out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Kenny Burns like, nigga, take your ass back in there.
Right.
So but when I'm about to grab the door, Def Jef walk out. Boom. He was like, let me talk to you for a minute. I'm like, damn, I fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking like, do my thing, get the fuck on.
Right.
He was like, nigga, with the walkout?
Shout out to Def
Jef. With the walkout, nigga, you guilty.
Right.
You guilty. I was looking like, for real? He was like, dog, they going crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, we got to interview Def Jef,
man. Yeah.
Man, classic.
Yeah,
man.
so once that happened, they told me they ain't had no more roles left, but they wanted to hire me in as a writer. They was like, can you write more stuff like that?
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff like that. They was like, we want to bring you as a writer. I was like, cool. That's how I got my first writing chops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as I'm a writer, Claude Brooks. I don't remember Claude Brooks, the actor. He was
yeah.
Blazing Saddles or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was the executive producer of Lyricist. Right. So he came to my dressing room.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow. He came to my dressing room and was like, hey, bro, I need an actual question. He was like, I want to do that verse you said. I want to do a skit.
Right.
I was like, all right. He was gonna have Wordsworth do it.
Wow.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He was gonna have Wordsworth do it, and Wordsworth was like, he came to me. He was like, nah, dog, you do that.
Right.
He was like, you should do that. He was like, that's your shit. Do it.
Right.
I was like, I'll do it. And then Claude was like, would you be willing to do it? I was like, yeah, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, bitch, I'm about to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So now I'm like, oh shit, so I'm rehearsing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, we're going to have you and one of the actresses on here, Traci Ellis Ross. She's Diana Ross's daughter.
Right.
So I had already seen her. I just didn't know she was Diana Ross's daughter. You know what I'm saying? So so we started practicing with each other. So we in each other's dressing room, like, every day practicing.
Right.
I became my dog. Like, that's my dog, Traci. Cool as fuck. Like, for real. Like, you know what I mean?
That's dope, man.
Yeah, we had a thing called the Writer's House. That's another story. Anyway, so we going through the rehearsal or whatever. The particular day when it's time to do it. So I'm thinking like, oh, shit. So it's a big-ass studio audience. And what's my man name? He the nigga from Chris, he a comedian. Anyway, you know when you see him, you know what I'm talking about. He was the one who got everybody hype in the stands.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? The little
So it's hyper up, right?
Hush there that day. Man, Hush is here that day. It's crazy. Because Hush was like, Bareda. I'm like, oh shit. He was like, what up, boy?
Right.
So I went to the audience like me. I was like, oh, right. So we go in. They did like 4 or 5 skits before mine. And they had to keep redoing it, keep redoing it because people kept messing. You know, it's like
and it's in front of a live audience, right?
So my shit come up, so I'm like, fuck, here we go.
Wow. Yeah.
So I go in, I do this, I walk in, me, Dartadian and whatever. We I forget my nigga name, but we walk to the thing. Traci Ross, she's sitting at the table, and I start spitting, bam.
Right.
The reason why, if you ever watch it, you hear the crowd erupts. Right. Is because I did it a one take and did it the whole thing through. So when I said, baby girl, you look at me, will enjoy the rest of your evening. And it was like, they was like, because it was like, this nigga came through and did it the one take.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you gorilla Mac that boy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Funny.